welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and it's Sunday, so I'm here with Scraplift Crafternoon, where me and my friends get together, find an inspiring layout, and we scraplift it. So this week, Karen has brought us Janeen Beuchel, I think that's how you say it, and her social media information or how you can find her is going to be linked below. I am bringing in 4 pictures, even though she has 3, of my first adventure out for Burger Week in my hometown. And I am using Print Shop by Vicki Boutin. And I have the 6x8 as well as the 12x12 paper pad. I've got scraps. I've got tons of embellishments, including like 3 embellishment boxes full of more. So, you know, there is no lack of embellishments with Print Shop. And so I'm going to pull some things to try and fill in where those florals are. So I've got my papers, I've got my embellishments, I've got my pictures, and this really fun layout. So let's see how this goes. So I decided that I was going to go with mostly blues, and then I'm bringing in this pop of purple. And part of that is because, of course, those are my favorite colors. And also, I felt like they were going to pull the best off of this khaki background paper. And I'm going to do a matching page or a facing page. I haven't decided when or if I'm going to do it on video or not. But it is of me and the 2 girls that I went with to have my burger on Burger Week, are the first one. And one of them is my best good friend who I try very hard not to scrapbook with pink. So I stuck with the purple, the blue, the teal. So on this layout, or the inspiration layout, Janeen has stitched, and I don't know if it is like for realsies stitching or stamping or hand stitching. And so I pulled out my stamp. I was not stitching all the way around this layout. It's late. And so I pulled out this, I got like a set of 6 or 7 stitching stamps that I got off of Amazon. And so I just put that all the way around with some black soot, Distress Oxide, and it overlaps in the middle, and I'm okay with that. I think that it adds a little bit more character and a little bit more just kind of a pop that you see, because it kind of draws your attention right now, like when there's nothing else on the layout. So I did put the khaki down more towards the left and leave a little bit more of a gap on the right, just like she has in the inspiration piece, so that I could tuck that little strip of paper in there. And I used only scraps on this layout, except my background paper and of course that khaki. And I thought I might gut this wood grain, but I decided not to do it. I've got to stop being so hoardish when it comes to my papers, especially like Vicki Boutin. So you know what? You can just buy more paper if you run out, right? So I just used whatever scraps I had, except that purple paper I ended up bringing in because I decided I wanted a pop of something other than just blue. That is from the 6x8 paper pad, and I just trimmed like a 3-inch piece, so it's 3x8, and put that down. And so my pictures are going to be matted on purples and blues and teals, so that they all kind of go together. So I've got my papers down, used my ruler to make sure that the little banner there worked, was pretty even. And so the first picture I'm putting down is the beer that I tried. I don't drink beer, guys. Okay, I don't drink beer, but that's all they serve at this bar that I went to. And so I decided I would try it. It was okay for beer. I wouldn't get it again, but it was okay for beer. And I switched things up a little. Originally, I had 2 vertical pictures at the top, and I brought the horizontal picture of the French fries that I ordered. But because there was a bigger gap there between the picture and where that opening is, since I didn't use a full sheet of that blue and floral paper. And so I just switched it around and put the horizontal picture up at the top. Plus, I could overlay the French fries and the beer and cover some of that up. It would be okay. The 2 pictures on the bottom I did not want to cover because they pretty much take up the whole width of the picture. So, and then on the bottom, I have a picture of the burger that we had for Burger Week that day, and a picture of me and my cousin, who happens to work at the bar that we went to eat our burger. I didn't even know that. When we got there, it was a surprise. He is not old enough to work in a bar. He's like 12. At least in my eyes, he is. So now I have all of my embellishments that I've pulled from different places, the chipboard and the puffies and things. And I took two of those like coffee stains in a teal and an aqua, and I've cut them in half so that I could add them in different places and have that circular feel in all three of the places. Actually, there's 4 places on here with circles. And so I put the one up here at the top, and that's a sticker, and it's kind of like a see-through sticker. So I did not take it off of the backing because I really wanted it to stand out. And if I had peeled that white backing off, it would have been pretty translucent, and I didn't want that. So I just left the backing on and put it down. And then I put this little word up here says good, and it has stitching throughout it. So I thought that was perfect. And I'm going to put my title down in the bottom left corner where she has her title. And then I also added like that black and white heart up there because I'm going to do a black and white chipboard embellishment in all 3 of the cluster points. And so the one over here on the left, I'm using this little finger pointing to that absolutely delicious crab rangoon burger, best burger we had all week, and we had 5 different burgers. It was delicious. And so I also pulled out some Flair from the Flair Hut. These are the print shop Flair. And so I put those down on here in 2 of the little cluster spots. And so I also put one of those little half coffee stains over there too. And then I added a little sticker that says my favorite, because it totally was. And there's a sticker on there that says I enjoyed this, that brings the purple in. And then there's a sticker right on the picture that says you are the best, because it was. And I pulled some of the layers of the chipboard off the hand that's pointing, because I wanted it to sit kind of underneath that flare. And they were pretty much the same height, so I pulled some of the layers off, which is perfectly fine. And then I added some more of those little rings. I took one ring and cut it in half and just kind of made, almost looks like the side of an 8 over there on the bottom right corner. And then took that chipboard, looks like a key fob, like from an old school key fob from a hotel. And it says, I am here for the good times, which is totally true. And added the little camera flare over there as well. And then I brought a little purple embellishment that says that. And then I'm going to add a little purple heart on top of where the tag hole is on that little key fob. And I put a little sticker up on the French fries picture that says noteworthy, because they were absolutely delicious. So I'll go back just for those. Burger Week burgers normally are only sold during Burger Week and not afterwards. So I'm kind of sad about that, because this burger was delicious. And then to finish off my layout, I put this circular bit with the little grid down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to put the title that's a puffy phrase that says, let the fun begin. And then added another little purple heart just to bring the purple all the way down the page. So here is Janeen's layout again. So pretty. Love those colors. That background paper, that tealy colored background paper is beautiful. So it kind of inspired me to use something similar, but mine's more of like a blue-gray color. So here is a close-up, and you can see where I doubled up that stamp right there. And I love the way this turned out. Thank you, Janeen, for letting us use your layout for inspiration. Thank you, Karen, for finding it. Thank you all for watching. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would like and subscribe. And please go check out the playlist of all the ladies who are going to be hopping along and using this layout for inspiration. And of course, I'd love it if you would come back and see me again very soon. Have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.